Hey everybody, happy Super Bowl Sunday. If you're even watching like I have been, it's actually the halftime show right now, I think. Um, so I figured now's the time as any to go ahead and record. Uh, yeah, no offense to Bad Bunny, I just only know like one song, so not really for me this year. Like Kendrick was and all that other stuff the past few years, but I'm sure the show is going to be great. So I hope you do enjoy. That being said, if you're here, my name's Cody Lear. If you haven't been here before, I do a lot of this yapping stuff. Yeah, you should like, you should comment, you should subscribe because I will very much appreciate you. Yeah, this video is going to be kind of boring. To be honest with you, I'm still recovering from my illness, so I'm just kind of gonna go, go with it, and we'll see how we do. We're gonna go over the NFL honors. I know a lot of people probably already have, but who cares about what they're doing? I only care about what I'm doing. Uh, yeah, let's go over it. Because the first one that I definitely didn't forgot to go over during my predictions video, and that's what some of this is going to be. What my prediction was versus who it actually was, to give them a shout out and to show that I knew absolutely nothing on the awards this year. The Protector of the Year went to Joe Tooney, the guard for the Chicago Bears. Great player for Kansas City for a long time. He came into Chicago and did a phenomenal job at the left guard position. He logged the second most snaps of anyone on the Bears offense, 99.57. Took 44 fewer sacks than his rookie season. Caleb Williams did anyway, and a large part due to the improvements Chicago did make. Uh, yeah, no, I think it was a very good pickup. I'm absolutely not surprised at all by this one. Yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense to me. Joe Tooney, he definitely was a big part of that Bears offense, kind of rejuvenating and kind of being better than they were the year before. I think that offensive line, you don't get that moment of the year that Caleb wins later on. Definitely something that I didn't vote for, so that's on me, or even predict. So that one was on me. I will try to do a Protector of the Year next year, but I don't know how well to do that because it's going to be hard to predict. There's so many offensive linemen. Comeback Player of the Year. I don't even remember who I picked for this one, but it ends up being Christian McCaffrey. Absolutely no surprise there, because he's phenomenal. If he's on the field, then he is an absolute wrecking machine. 21-26, or 2,126 scrimmage yards, 17 total touchdowns. Yeah, he's an absolute animal. We already knew that, though. I don't remember who I picked for this one, so I probably am wrong. I'll try to watch that video later and see if I get it completely right. But yeah, no. Christian McCaffrey was not a surprise at all for me. I think Christian McCaffrey was a phenomenal player. Uh, I mean, we all know he's a phenomenal player. I don't even know who I would have thought for comeback player of the year, to be honest with you. So I'm more than happy to be right about or wrong about that one. Yeah, give a shout out to Christian McCaffrey. I believe he also won the Salute to Service Award, so shout out to him. He definitely deserves that. Really good for Christian McCaffrey. Coach Lear, I predicted Dan Campbell. I'm probably going to predict Dan Campbell every year. I'm a huge Dan Campbell fan. The guy that did end up winning, a little bit hurt in my heart, but that's completely fine. Mike Vrabel wins the Coach of the Year after leading Seattle to the Super Bowl at 14-3, as they are at the halftime right now in the Super Bowl. The fact that they got there at all. Shout out to Mike Vrabel and the boys. Also, Josh McDaniel wins Assistant Coach of the Year. Give him a round of applause if you want to. I like Mike Vrabel a lot. He was a great coach in Tennessee. I think that his hires were the part that were kind of the undoing in Tennessee, which is what it is. But he also got the opportunity in New England, where he used to play, and now he's the head coach of. And man, did he do a phenomenal job in year one. His team is in the Super Bowl right now, and they definitely have a chance to win. So, hey, shout out to Mike Vrabel. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Carson Scheswinger. My prediction for this, if I remember correctly, was Travis Hunter. I don't I don't hate my Travis Hunter prediction because I still think Travis Hunter, if they would decide whether he's going to be a receiver or a DB, which I think he's going to be great at either one, so I don't think it really completely matters, to be honest with you. Travis Hunter has absolutely exceptional hands. I think he's going to be one of those really crazy ball hawking secondary players. It's why I really want him to be a corner, to be honest with you. Not because of his mentor Primetime, just because I know how good his hands really are and how well he catches the ball. I definitely saw it in Colorado a lot. That's why I'm definitely not surprised at all to see how well he's done in the NFL. I believe that he is an absolute animal, and he has done a phenomenal job. Yeah, what a surprise. What a surprise at all. Give it up for Carson Cheswinger. He was an absolute animal. I want to look up the stats real quick for you. 146 tackles, 11 for loss, 2 interceptions. He got to the quarterback a few times. I think it was only 2. He was a specimen on the field. He was an absolute problem on the Cleveland defense. Not a surprise at all for me. Give it up for your defensive rookie of the year, Carson Cheswinger. Offensive rookie of the year, I definitely got this one wrong. My prediction was Ashton Jeanty. Boy, did I get that one wrong. Especially with how bad that their O-line ended up being. Now, I do believe I said that Tet McMillan could be a runner-up in this category, and Tet McMillan ends up winning it. I still believe that Ashton Jeanty, and quite frankly, to be honest with you, it was probably the fact that I am a sucker for a running back. And that's just how it goes in that regard. Tet McMillan had a phenomenal year, though. Really, the reason that Carolina offense was not bad at all. He had 1,014 yards and 7 touchdowns. He led all rookies in receiving yards and set a Carolina rookie record in that category. I know that they have, like, explosive catches, which I don't remember what that stat was, to be honest with you, with Tet McMillan. But I know it was actually something really, really impressive. Yeah, no, I'm absolutely not surprised at all in that regard. My defensive player of the year, I picked Mad Max Crosby. But boy, was I wrong. It was Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett breaks the sack record this year. I believe it was 22.5 sacks, if I remember correctly. So, to be honest with you, I mean, I just picked a really bad year for this. He did 23 sacks, I'm sorry. He broke Strahan and TJ Watt's record. Yeah, no, it was actually really impressive because he was double teamed. He was chipped like nonstop. Not a surprise at all for me that Myles Garrett ends up winning it this year, especially because he did end up breaking the sack record. This was another one where I just believed in the Raiders way too much, and I definitely should not have. I still think that Mad Max Crosby is my favorite defensive player in the NFL, so that's probably why I just assumed that he would be the guy. Yeah, no, absolutely, really good pickup for Myles Garrett. He really deserves this. Phenomenal player. Obviously, he now breaks the sack record. There is going to be a little caveat because it took an extra game. I don't think that really matters in my personal opinion. Either way, he broke the record. Shout out Myles Garrett. Yep, he deserves it. Offensive player of the year, to be honest with you, I do not remember this, but I know I did not pick Jackson Smith-Njigba. So either way, I'm completely wrong in that regard. Jackson Smith-Njigba, he had 1,793 receiving yards, had a franchise record, if I remember correctly. I don't remember completely. I don't remember completely what all his stats were. I don't remember how many touchdowns he had. I know he had like 113 receptions, which also led the league. I could be wrong on that one too, so definitely, take that with a grain of salt. I know I didn't have Jackson Smith-Njigba. I don't remember completely. I might have went with Saquon Barkley. I might have went with Derrick Henry. I'm not 100% sure. But to be honest with you, I'm a sucker for a running back, so that was probably where I went in that regard. Definitely happy to be wrong in this case, though, because Jackson Smith-Njigba turned out to be a phenomenal player. Definitely deserves all the credit in the world. Yeah, no, absolutely. Shout out to Jackson Smith-Njigba. Now, we're going to the main event, the MVP. It's actually not the MVP, as I will announce the Hall of Fame class at the end and give them a really big shout out. They deserved it. Matthew Stafford ends up winning MVP. I believe I picked Josh Allen, if I remember correctly. He led the league in passing yards, 4,707, 46 touchdowns. His touchdown to interception ratio was 5.8. He threw for 313 more and 15 more touchdowns than the runner-up Drake May. Obviously, one went away from the Super Bowl. He has announced that he will be coming back. Shout out to Matthew Stafford. I'm a huge fan of Matthew Stafford. Definitely happy to see that he will be back next year. Um, this is not a real surprise for me because of the year that he had. I know that there's a little bit of complaints that a lot of his touchdowns were just kind of fadeaways to Devontae Adams in the end zone. It is what it is. He still threw for 313 more yards than the guy behind him. He threw for 46 touchdowns. It's an absolutely incredible year. If he didn't get it, and Drake May got it, I don't think you could really argue with that too bad. Shout out to Matthew Stafford. Now, the last bit, we will talk about the new class of the NFL Hall of Fame. I know there is a lot of complaining with Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft not making it, but the five that did end up making it, I definitely was really happy to see. We will start with Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Fitzgerald had more tackles than drops. Phenomenal player. Not a surprise at all for me. I was definitely happy with that. If I remember correctly, I believe he went to a Super Bowl. If I remember correctly, I definitely could be wrong on that one. But hey, definitely really cool for Larry Fitz. Yes, he was an Arizona Cardinal for 2004 and 2020, so he was definitely there for that Cardinals year where they played the Steelers in the Super Bowl with Kurt Warner. Unfortunately, they came up short. Larry Fitzgerald ends without a Super Bowl, but hey, shout out to him. Luke Kuechly, linebacker for the Carolina Panthers. Now, I'm not going to be able to tell you his stats completely off the top of my head without really like looking all over the place. I know that he was a 7-time Pro Bowler. He was a Defensive Player of the Year. He'd won Defensive Rookie of the Year. His numbers were phenomenal. I could not tell you. I believe he had he didn't have a lot of sacks because he was a linebacker at that time. But Luke Kuechly was a phenomenal player for the short amount of time that he was. I definitely am not complaining that he's in there. I think that he is probably one of the better linebackers in the class. And if Patrick Willis is in there, I definitely think we have to put Luke Kuechly in there. So, yeah, absolutely no complaints for me with Luke Kuechly making it. Adam Vinatieri, one of the best place kickers of all time. He was a kicker for the New England Patriots and the Indianapolis Colts. He kicked from 1996 all the way to 2019. The guy that has the most points scored in the NFL. He's a 4-time Super Bowl champion, a 3-time All-Pro, and a Pro Bowler, if I remember correctly. He's one of the best kickers that we've ever gotten to see. And nowadays, that you see all these guys with better kicks and that can make it from the 63 to 64. Vinatieri was the guy they looked up to. So to see Vinatieri be the guy that gets made it into the Hall of Fame, definitely well deserved. Roger Craig. Now, this is a guy I will not remember too much of, but I do know that he was a 3-time Super Bowl champion. He played for the San Francisco 49ers, the Raiders, and the Minnesota Vikings. He was the first player to rush for 1,000 and also receive for 1,000 yards. He had 73 total touchdowns. I am not too aware of Roger Craig, but I know that he was a phenomenal football player. Unfortunately, before my time, so I didn't get to watch too much of him. But he was a really good player for a long time. So here, I don't have any dog in that fight, especially because I didn't really get to watch. The last pick in this 2026 NFL Hall of Fame class goes to Drew Brees. This is well deserved. A Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl MVP. He's been NFL Comeback Player of the Year. He was a 2-time Offensive Player of the Year. I don't remember how many Pro Bowls, but he's been there many times. He led the league in passing touchdowns many times in my life. I know that he was also a passing yard leader for quite a while. I can't even tell you how much that he has. I believe that he was the first quarterback over 80,000. That could have been Brady. I definitely could be wrong in that regard, but yeah, no, Drew Brees, if there was, other than Larry Fitz, if there's a guy that is an absolute first ballot, it kind of has to be Drew Brees. Am I surprised to not see Eli, Belichick, and Robert Kraft, absolutely. But I do believe that they will get in there eventually, that they will get their time. I mean, Roger Craig had been waiting for a long time, and he finally got in this year. Shout out to him. But of course, if you did like this video, as we did a lot of yapping, I'll probably try to do a little bit of editing so you guys can see what my predictions were. If you don't mind giving me a like, comment, and subscribe, I'd very much appreciate you. Nice to see you all again. I love you very much. Give me a minute of your time. I'm going to love you for life. Give me a like, give me a comment, give me a subscribe. I'll see you all next video. Hopefully we won't be sick.